Hi everyone! You might be asking yourself right now, okay, why does Julia have two different eyeliner looks going on right now, or what's with this eye makeup? Well, today I'm going to do a video talking about eyeliners in general, all the different kinds that are out there, how to use them, what the differences are. I think this is going to be a really good overview to those of you who are maybe new to makeup and are just kind of overwhelmed. I do have a whole video dedicated to different eyeliner looks, and I will have that linked below this video so that you can check it out. So I hope this is really helpful for you guys, and let's get started. I think the most common type of eyeliner that's out there is pencil eyeliner, and I think this is what kind of most people start off with when they get into makeup. This is definitely what I started out with. Even in those pencil liners, there's different kinds. So there's either ones like this, for example, this is one by MAC. This is MAC Smolder Eye Kohl, and this is like a real pencil form. So for something like this, you will need a pencil sharpener, but what you should do is get a proper makeup pencil sharpener. So don't get just like a regular school pencil sharpener. You want to get one especially made for makeup. And this one, of course, you can just sharpen up and then use as is. And then the other ones that are out there for the pencils are the retractable ones. So these ones you don't have to sharpen. They kind of just twist up and down like that. Usually the tip is a little bit rounded off because as you wear them, of course, it kind of rounds off. So the pencil one has the benefit that this one you can really sharpen it to a very fine point. Now these ones are kind of cool because you can use colored pencils. I mean, you can use them everywhere. You can use an eyeshadow base. You could just kind of use that around your eye and then put eyeshadow on top. These are also really fun to use as accent colors. So I'll show you how I do that. The way that I generally like to use pencil liners is through smudging them out. So because they don't make a super precise line, or it's just harder to make a really precise line, I find that these kind of products are really great for creating a smudgy look. So what I like to do is just get a little bit of the pencil liner along really close to the lashes. Try to get a little bit of the pencil just kind of like right between the lashes. That'll make them look a little bit thicker too. And then what I like to do is to take a pencil brush like this one. This is the MAC 219 pencil brush. Blend out the pencil liner. And this is really good if you want to do sort of like a smoky eye look. And you could really smudge this as much as you want. Like if you want a really smoked out look, you could smudge it, of course, much higher. You can also take a little bit of eyeshadow, like if you want to take a brown or a black eyeshadow and just smudge that out even further. Now another alternative of what you could do is to use like a colorful pencil liner. So this is like a green color. And this is going to look really cool sort of as an accent color. So and what I like to do is if I'm using a colorful pencil, I like to just accentuate it by putting some like eyeshadow on top that's kind of in the same color family. So I also wanted to mention the benefit of grabbing a really light colored eyeliner, either in a cream tone color or a stark white eyeliner like this. These are really cool to add into your waterline because they will kind of brighten up your eye area and it'll just make your eye look bigger. This is really good if you already have sort of smaller set eyes. Okay. And just putting that color there is going to really sort of brighten the eye and really kind of make those colors stand out. So the next most popular category, I think, are liquid eyeliners. Now liquid liners, again, come in so many different varieties. I'm going to talk about those. And I think liquid liners are the best to achieve a really straight, perfect edge. Like if you don't want that smudgy look, but if you want a really sort of thin or thicker, really flawless, sharp line, then you definitely want to grab a liquid liner. This is the Art Liner by Lancome. The product is in the bottom here, and the top that you dip in picks up the product, and it's a very sort of felt tip liner that you can then use to draw on. And also L'Oreal makes a really good dupe of this. Now there's also the sort of more popular thing nowadays is to have a liquid liner like this that looks like an actual felt tip pen. This one is basically just like, it looks like a felt tip. Now this one is by The Body Shop, and this is the skinny thin felt eyeliner because it is a really fine tipped pen on the front. And another one that I really like is one by Illamasqua. These are the precision inks. This is in the shade Abyss. They make these in different colors as well. This is another one of those that you have to kind of shake. There's, can you hear that? There's a little metal ball in here, which I really like because that really helps to distribute the product quite well. I really like this one because it's super, super waterproof. Like if you have very watery eyes, or if you're just someone who smudges your liner really fast, these ones are just like a godsend. You do need a really strong sort of oil-based makeup remover to get these off. What I like to do is I start with a really small line and I kind of build it up. So right now I'm using this felt tip liner by The Body Shop. And I'm gonna start by a really thin line first. And then you can just fill it in. What I like to do is for the wing, I just sort of start here. And then pull out a wing that's kind of in the same angle as your lower lash line, if that makes sense. And then you just want to connect the outer part with this inner part. All right, and then on the very inner part, I tend to not really go all the way in here because I find like my eyes are very moist, so it tends to smudge more easily there. So I kind of like to taper it out just a little bit earlier. Like I like to just kind of taper it out there. But if you do want to take it all the way in, now for me this is going to smudge really easily, but I'll just kind of show you what you can do. You can really take it all the way in. So, because for me, like my eye shape here, it kind of goes in a little bit. So I find like if I do put liner all the way here, you see it's already like transferring here to the bottom lid, which I personally don't like. So that's why I kind of tapered out earlier. But if you do want that really sharp sort of wing, you can take it all the way in if you like. So another option, what you can do is a gel or a cream liner like this. And this is one that I personally grab for probably the most. It's the MAC Black Track Fluid line, but of course you can get this now also at the drugstore. I think Maybelline makes some, L'Oreal makes some, and probably other brands as well. And they usually come in a pot like this, which has the product inside. So it's usually like a kind of a thicker sort of gel or cream texture. With the gel liners, you're going to need an eyelining brush to apply them because you're going to need that to get the product out and apply it. But the technique of the gel liners is basically the same as any kind of liquid liner. The only thing is that here you're using a brush to apply it like that, and here you're using the actual product like the felt tip. The brush that I use, and this is my tip, is save yourself some money. Don't go to like an expensive makeup brand and buy a really expensive eyelining brush. Go to an art supply store or a hobby store and pick up an artist brush. This one is called Galleria, that's the brand, and it's a number 2 brush. This is like my sort of go-to brush. I have a few of these in different sizes, and I always go back to these because they're just so good. They work great for eyelining and you can save yourself a bunch of money. So, and this is really just a matter of practice. The only difference is if you're doing it with a brush like this is, well, there's not really much difference in the form of technique. It's just what you're more comfortable with. Like some people prefer a brush. Now, another option for eyeliners that you have are cake liners. Now, cake liners are not as popular in the sort of consumer makeup world. They are quite popular in the makeup artist world because these products have the advantage that they never dry out because they're already dry. These are activated with water. So you can put a drop of water on here, and then again, you'll need a brush for these, and then you swirl your brush in the cake liner and it'll emulsify into this perfect eyeliner consistency. So I like to use this with a mixing medium agent, like I have one by Ben Nye that I quite like. Illamasqua also makes a really good one. Well, they're not really that easy to buy. You'll probably have to order them online from either Creolon. This one is by Creolon. This is one that I have. And this is another one that I have. This is by Ben Nye. Lastly, I'm going to talk about some sort of novelty eyeliners. So one of them that I was going to talk about are glitter eyeliners. So they kind of come in often a tube like this, and then they have a brush tip applicator. This one is by Collection. These are called the Glam Crystals Dazzling Gel Liner. These are from the drugstore. These are kind of cool. You can add like little accents onto the inner part of your eye, or like on the lower lash lid or the top lash lid. These are really great for, you know, special events, New Year's, birthdays, stuff like that. If you just want a little bit of glitter on your eye. The gel texture inside has sort of a glue texture to it, so once you put it on, it kind of dries, and that helps the glitter that's inside the liner to adhere. So other sort of novelty eyeliners, well, I think they're novelty, are these sort of Asian or Arabic styled kajal liners. These come originally, I think, from Arab makeup, but they look like this. Now they're a little bit different, as you can see, because they're kind of this cone shape. I have one by the Body Shop that they just recently came out with something like this. Is this the matte kajal? This is a white one. They're a little bit trickier to work with, I find. I know some people really swear by these. I find them a little bit harder to work with because as they wear down, they are not as precise anymore. As you can apply this sideways like that, so you could pull that down and then just apply it from the side. Well, theoretically, you're supposed to wear it down from the side. I've never really worn one of these down enough to know if that really works or not, but you could check those out. This one is by B Cosmetics. This is a brand that's available here in Switzerland. It's B Creative Makeup, or the ones by Body Shop, and a few other brands make these. You can also right now check out my previous video that I've done on eyelining up here. So that'll give you lots of different styles. Like once you've kind of figured out what products work for you, you can check that video, and there's tons of different eyeliner styles in there, like different shapes that you can do, so check that out. And thanks for giving this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye everyone.